My Artillery X3 Plus started having unusual Z height problems, then not moving Z axis at all and making this weird noise. I could move the Z height fine by hand when the machine was off, and there were no mechanical issues in the way. The Y-axis moves perfectly fine. As a troubleshooting measure, I'm going to swap the Z and Y-axis stepper motor connections to see if the issue follows the Z stepper driver or the cable. Place the printer on its side and remove the screws attaching the bottom cover. Once the cover is removed, we can see the main board and wiring. These are the Z and Y connections to the main board. These are what we will swap. Check for any worn or stripped wires in the printer too. Once the cable connections are swapped, reassemble the printer, remove the Y motor cover on the rear of the printer, and check Z and Y axis function. The Z axis works perfectly fine now. But when we try the Y-axis, we hear the same bad noise and we can see the platter not moving and the motor gear moving weirdly. This clearly isolates the issue as the stepper motor driver having issues. Since the drivers are soldered onto the main board, the entire board has to be replaced. Get back into the bottom of the printer and take pictures of all the wiring and their connections. I mark the wiring with the sequential number of Sharpie marks and take another picture so I know which wires go where. Unique cables with unique connections don't really need marked. All of the connectors are glued on with globs of strong but pliable glue. Use some tiny cutters and needle nose pliers to remove the glue. Be careful not to pry any tool against the connectors or main board.
Good morning, you're Tate Daly. And Mr. Daly was previously in court entered a plea of guilty to driving while intoxicated with a child passenger. I received a pre-sentence report.
Do the same for all of the connectors, then you can see the two main board screws and two empty screw holes. Remove the screws and the board comes out. I should have checked and compared the new board with the old one prior to removing the old one, but we do see we have received the correct and identical board. Installation is the reverse of removal, so put it all back together and do a function check. Make sure to put the Z and Y connectors swapped back to the original positions. Make sure to push tight all connectors and that everything is secured. Once back together, we can see all axes move perfectly smooth with no weird noise, as hoped. We can put the Y motor cover back on and prep for a test print. After re-leveling and cleaning the deck and setting Z height, the test print printed perfectly. See the link in the description to order a new main board.